Hey guys, welcome back. Grim Reaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully doing well, and hopefully you're looking after yourselves and having a great start to the weekend. We're back on my account, and it's time to do something funky and also show you something that is absolutely god tier. We're working with a champion today who I suppose in some sense was a free-to-play champion for in-game players, and I say some sense because it was a formal fusion a while ago, and I wanted to make this video because a lot of people have this guy, and he was also a guaranteed champion from Agent Shards, not this Christmas but the Christmas before that in 2024. So I wanted to cover this guy today because Pinpoint is now accessible from the 8th, which is when this video will go live, and I wanted to kind of showcase on how good this champion is and how to build him correctly. It's pretty simple how to build this guy. We'll talk about blessings, we'll talk about masteries, and we'll talk about the obvious gear sets as well, which will be down in the description. We will put all them there as well. If you want to see any of the rest of my builds on my account, you can also go ahead and hit the How Hades Optimizer link, which will show you all my builds for all the types of arena. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, or go ahead and reach out to me via Discord on my message, or even in my Discord group, and I'll get back to you when I can. Let's get into today's video then. So today's video we'll be looking at a champion that was a fusion. I don't know how long ago, but he is quite meta. People would have made videos on him before, and I've kind of waited until this time because I've got the perfect build on him in my opinion. There is plenty of ways to build this guy, and I will talk about that later. So obviously we're in a stone skin meta, um, especially for live arena, but this guy can be used in siege, also used in 3 versus 3 and classic arena as well. Very strong champion, obviously a bomb champion. So we're talking about GNISHAK. We're going to go we'll go over his kit very quickly. So he'll attack all enemies, has a 75% chance, 100% chance once booked on a 4-turn cooldown to land 2 bombs debuff on each enemy for 2 turns. Then it grants extra turn. The bombs debuffs placed by the skill on enemies those at max HP is equivalent or higher to 200,000 will be double damage. Absolutely a massive ability. Then he'll attack all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a decreased attack onto all allies. Then also has a 100% chance when blocked to decrease the detonation cooldown on all enemies by 1 turn and increasing the duration of poisons by 1 turn. This is going to be on a 3-turn cooldown. Then on the E1, you'll attack one enemy 3 times at random. Each hit has a 50% chance once booked as well for 2 turns. Bombs debuff placed per skill will also do equivalent or higher than 200 damage as well. Really solid kit. He has attack aura in all battles, which will be 30%. And then every time bombs debuffs are placed by this champion, or detonated, or removed, or place 2 poisons debuff for 2 turns, these debuffs are protected. So this guy is usable in a lot of content. For example, Bommel. He's also S tier in Dragon, in regen gear, a totally different style of build for these poisons. And then he can also be used in Hydra as a DPS champion and for bombs and etc. as well. So we're not going to showcase him on all these builds today. We mainly just be focused on P versus P content just there. So we're going to take him into arena. Let's go take him into classic arena and then see what we can do. Okay then, so before we go into arena, I just wanted to show you this. This is the speeds and etc. on the team, and it's one thing that we really need to do with bombs or with stone skin and nukas, or nukas that ignore stone skin, is speed tuning is very, very important. Now we're on the Jedward website. You can go type this into Google and you can use the speed calculator. Now speed calculator is outdated, but you can generally use similar champions with similar base speeds to speed tune your team. So for example, these are the champions that we're going to showcase today with VERMINLORD. So we have Sifi, which is my fastest champion. This could be anyone. A bias would be amazing here. Shuzan as well can do the job. Freya can also do the job as a Terminator boost champion as well. Then we have Arbiter, who is one of the fastest champions on my account. I think she I think Arbiter is my third joint fastest champion on my account. So Arbiter will also come in with the increased boost ability. So we're using 2 2-meter boost champions, and then we have a Warlord. So I'm replacing Warlord, for example, with Lady M because she has the accuracy up and also can do the stuns as well. And then we have Vermilord, which is going to be a minimum speed needed of 302. You do want to round it up. I always add a few speed on, so I would say anything minimum 305 for my account. Yours might be lower if your speeds are lower as well. Go ahead and use that out. It's a very solid thing. I wish it would be updated, but hey ho, it's one of them ones, and I kind of understand. So let's go into the team then. This is a team we'll showcase now. She has accuracy up, which makes it more likely to be able to bomb high resistance champions and will give you a higher success rate. So I would say try and pair bomb champions with increased accuracy champions. There's Star Sage, Marius on the A3. There's also Abias as well, who I mentioned has these abilities and brings other type of utilities as well. So let's go ahead into this and see if we can bomb this Marishka. And then we'll talk about everything else on top of that. I will still be surprised if we can bomb this Marishka. If because on the day she should have more than this, and ideally the enemies are in stone skin, but at the moment they're not, unfortunately. So this is a very weak team because you could tell by Rose falling down like that, and then you will just watch everything here just go pop, 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 and plenty of damage coming in overall. Then pretty much can wipe out a lot of teams. As long as you're faster, you are going to win the race. So UDK is normally a high resistance champion. That can be a bit of a problem. Sifi, if she's faster than you, can be a bit of a problem as well, unless you're using like a Sonic set and get a little bit lucky with the protection set. That's very, very useful. Lady M also decreases the enemy turn meter as well, which is very, very useful. Now, this is the one reason why you do kind of want to run Stone Skin, which is what I'll talk about later on, because he's gone ahead and gone across with the rest of the stuff there. But we should generally still win this, I believe. Never had a Sifi go before a bomb champion, so let's see what happens. And decrease a turn. There goes one. Okay, so you got another. And then everyone else should be fine. Everything, yeah, this should be all finished up now. He's got too many bombs on, really. He's got too many bombs. Once the bombs are on, they're pretty much GG unless they got a cleanser of some sort, which is very rare for like someone to counter-attack me like that. If I'm being honest, we can go ahead and do the allied attack, put some more bombs on. If they didn't have block buffs on, which I didn't see. I could actually detonated it there, but I was a bit too fast with the trigger on the A button. And then we can see here, we can go ahead and just go like so. And then pop, pop, pop. And then there goes the weasel. Okay, so we have the new duo. We're going to try and take this on. So we're going to go ahead for this. And we've got the new duo, which can pull up Inkillable. Inkillable can be some sort of a counter if they get a turn. That's if they get a turn. So we're going to go ahead and come into this. Now, ideally, we don't strip the Stone Skin because Stone Skin can do more multiplier damage, which is going to be really useful. And you can see there, we take out Sir Nick. And GNISHAK does have like high level multipliers as well, which is one thing to be aware of. We can go ahead and play the stun, and then it should be non-ite from there. And we just wait for the bombs. You can press T for auto, and he's going to currently under his bombs as well, which is amazing. And then we'll see if we can take on this Marishka, which would be interesting. Marishka is generally a counter to bombs, which can be a little bit finicky. So I'm just going to take in Commodus for this one. I know I tend to do this type of strat in Live Arena where we are able to take in a strip champion to cleanse off the block debuffs, the block damage, sorry. We get resisted on there. We get weak hit there, which is not great. for a strip of the block damage there. So we do land bombs on everyone. And then we just go wait for this. We can come back around. This is why I like commoners together with Marishka. And that's how you destroy a Marishka and with a Fire Life Bane with double bomb champion. Okay, so here we go in this. We're going to try to take on this team. We have to be a little bit careful against Sigford because Sigford's passive can proc if he's not in stone skin. So we need to be a little bit careful against this and give this a go. So we're going to do this around. We're going to do the increased accuracy, which would be very useful. We do strip all the stone skin, but it's fine. He's going to go ahead and do that. Then we play that. I do actually run Soul Reap on my GNISHAK, mainly to deal with Sigford, actually. That's one thing that I would take into consideration. We do have some passive ability here that we have to be careful of, but she's not going to cause us any much of a problem. And then Sigford's passive is going to proc, but he won't be able to transform because he'll be dead as they can be. You can see there the Soul Reap coming in and doing its job, which is what generally would like to see coming in against these type of teams. So Sigford, not a problem. You do need to be careful of this guy sometimes. Obviously, you just see me countering a Marishka, so I'm trying to take on all the champions that could be slightly difficult for GNISHAK and kind of really do him justice with that. So we can see here we have a Torment. Torment can be a little bit of a problem if he's not in Stone Skin, so we will take a C-Feat. Now, it's worth noting that we do have some Pinpoint. So Pinpoint will also help you ignore champions like Torment, for example, because you'll use a stack up of the Pinpoint. So we should be able to go in, be able to bomb all these people here. We get a little bit lucky with the bombs, with Resurgent on the Torment, but we have enough bombs to finish this job, I believe. Everyone else should be able to fall. We'll play the stun just in case. Going in. And then we're just going to do the A1s on Torment just to try and land a few more bombs. We'll plot up the block buffs again, ready to go in. Now, I don't always use CFE with GNISHAK, just certain times it makes sense to kind of do that. You don't want to be using that Pinpoint up if you can avoid it. And you do have a bit more control in this one. So we can just go ahead and play the detonation there instead of playing the bombs. And then that is fine. Polymorph is not really a problem as long as you're running Pinpoint. It's really important that you're running Pinpoint. It's really important that you speed tune and etc. You wouldn't really tend to use bombs against these style teams. It is Stone Skin that you're looking for, so that's what we're going to look for. This guy can be a bit of an issue because he's not in high resistance, but with the accuracy up, we should be generally be fine here. So let's go ahead and give him a 12. I do have a couple of videos on me using GNISHAK for live arena as well, so you can definitely go ahead and check that out. It's the same build that we're running. Don't have any affinity issues. Georgie is going to cause us a little bit of an issue with the retribution masteries, which is why you want to use Stone Skin if you can get the stats, which I'm going to showcase to you in a bit, because you want to protect yourself against like the counter attack boss, which he's just seen two champions do that with us here. So that is one thing there. Sometimes people build Pig as well to be like a bit annoying against him. He definitely is a few counters now. We have another Rishka here, and we're going to have to run our Commodus here to kind of able to help us take out this. Now we have to worry also about Odin as Wild's passive, which could be an interesting one. So we're going to go ahead and play these buffs here. And play these hint here. Now you'll notice that she'll put the block damage. That's perfectly fine. We are not worried about that whatsoever. Oh, so if we landed the 2 bombs there, we would have got the kill, but because we only landed 1 because of Resurgent, it was a bit of a nuisance. So I'm going to go ahead and steal her Timmeter. So ideally everyone dies and wait for her to drop, which is fine. We'd knock his Termeter back. And then we're going to do a big bang. And then come in. So you can use double bombs as well. Generally, any strip champion can help you do that against Marishka. Necroid can be a little bit of a problem. So again, Necroid, you just kind of strip him. And let's see if we can find something a bit different here. So we have another team here as well. Let me go ahead and just put in the CV back in. So again, we have another Star Sage. Star Sage sometimes can be in immunity, and sometimes Sigvards can be in immunity. So that's something you just need to kind of take into consideration. And obviously, HU burns from the GNISHAK can break speed tunes. That's again something you need to be careful of. You just need to work with bombs and just kind of make it fall the way that you want it. And then we should start seeing the allies die. Now, this is a poorly built Star Sage, I'm afraid, because we shouldn't be able to stun him like that, especially with Lady Mikage, because it's only about 500, 600 accuracy that she has on her. And you can see they're all dropping one by one, which is really, really amazing to see. You see how many bombs he's got on him there. We're actually just going to do ally attack so we can get some more bombs out on him. There is no way he is surviving all that, my friend. You are gone. And you can see it's a really strong way to kind of kill mythicals in the arena. Let me try and find something a bit more difficult. Again, another Rishka there if we want to take it on. Taurus there. Something similar to this could be useful, I guess. He could be faster, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead and take in our Armand so we can kind of fight with that speed aura a little bit, because he could potentially be faster than us, and if he's fast enough, they definitely win. Yeah, let's play the A3, which is fine. And then just play the A1. Then we're going to play the increased accuracy. Hopefully Odin's passive is not going to kick in. There's a Soul Reap. That's why we like the Soul Reap. Again, you can actually tell it is a very badly built team, because I shouldn't be able to kill Odin like that, but he does have these type of abilities. GNISHAK's got really high multipliers on that ability. It's a shame to see Lazarus in the Swift Perry, but you know, hey ho, it is what it is. But again, a very solid team beaten. Let me go ahead and show you this build then for GNISHAK, and we'll kind of go over a couple of details on some stuff that we can do better. Okay, so this is my build then. We have a 4-piece pinpoint. Everything is oiled, which we'll go through in a second. Let me show you the stats first. So the attack is coming in at 7,575. The speed coming in at 325. Now, if you've seen on the speed tune, we didn't need to be any faster than 305, but the more speed, the merrier, which was perfectly fine. My accuracy is coming in at 605. Minimum accuracy for bomb champions is 500. If you can get more, better, for sure. I've got more on my build, so I'm happy with that as well. I do have the 5-star blessing, which really does help with accuracy substats, and they're the only 3 stats you need to focus on when you're building your GNISHAK. You'll obviously go a 4-piece stone skin to stop with like retribution, etc. As well, if you really want. It's not really a problem for me in Love Arena like it is in Classic. I don't really tend to use them too much in Classic, unless I'm just speed farming, and then I use Comdus as well. You can also go 6-piece stone skin, or you can also go 6-piece ferrod. And the reason why 6-piece ferrod is because it gives you a 50-50% chance against the blessings for polymorph. Again, it doesn't work on polymorph mechanics from like skills like Armad's and Sungwong, but on blessings it does. So got attack banner here. You can go accuracy as well. Want attack amulet with ascended tag with accuracy substat. You're looking for attack ring with attack ascension and attack substat on the rings. You're looking for speed, accuracy, and attack substat on the boots with speed ascended. Now I've gone for accuracy here, but you can also go for attack with attack chest or attack or accuracy main chest, and then attack banner. You'd always go the opposite if you can. I've got 600 accuracy, so I can go with 2 attack there, and I'm looking for speed, and I'm looking for accuracy substat. Then attack gloves with speed and accuracy as well. And then along the top, we're looking for speed and accuracy. You can't find attack on a shield, but you can still put attack ascension along the top as well. That is the only one you want. So then we're looking for speed, accuracy, attack in here. Now flat attack is fine as well. And then again, we're looking for attack, speed, and accuracy substat. That's pretty much nearly the perfect piece. If we had flat attack here, then it would be the perfect of the perfect, but it's hey ho. I don't actually think we can get flat attack on weapons if I'm not mistaken. So for the Rennick, I just went with any one that gave me attack, which just happens to be this one. I might move this on to like Hydra champions, etc. in the future, but for now this just gives me 100 more attack, so deals % too much damage. This doesn't actually have any doesn't increase bombs anyway, because bombs are capped for damage. So the only way you can increase bombs is through the weakening and increase attack, which is the only way you can do that. So for blessings, I've actually gone with Soul Reap. The only other one I would probably recommend on a GNISHAK, if I'm being honest, is probably Lightning Cage if you're running Stone Skin. But if they go before you, which is when Lightning Cage is more useful, you're probably dead anyway. Brimstone for P versus E, or Lethal Dose for Arena. I know a lot of people who run Lethal Dose overall in the arena, which is pretty important. And then for masteries, to be honest, I didn't really bother much here. And I guess the only thing that would probably be useful is Cycle of Violence, which I don't actually have on my champion. And then I just went down accuracy chi here with the Eagle Eye and the Tap Blade, Tack, Discipline, which are only probably the ones that's most important overall. If you can get a 6-star blessing, that'd be super important. But the most important levels for blessings would be level 2, 5, and then 6, which would be the same for most attack-based bomb champions. And then for obviously for Commodus you're using, you want the level 1, 5, or 6 as well. I guess that's it for the video. Again, hopefully you guys get really strong pinpoint. I know I'll be farming it like hell, and I'll be also looking for the materials for the relics to try and make my builds much better. You can also take anything with accuracy as well, or speed substat, which would be the perfect way to go. That's it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments. And again, I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.